Theodor Wiesengrund Adorno was born in Frankfurt in 1903. Adorno had a highly ambitious view of what leisure time should be for. It was not to relax and take one's mind off things. Free time should be our prime opportunity to expand and develop ourselves, to reach after our better nature, and to acquire the tools with which to change society. Adorno bemoaned that leisure has fallen into the hands of an omnipresent and deeply malevolent entertainment machine, which he called the culture industry. Modern films, TV, radio, magazines, and now social media seemed for Adorno to be almost designed to keep us distracted, unable to understand ourselves, and without the will to alter political reality.
What? Were you expecting Justin Bieber? This truck is so badass, I think I just pulled me lucky charms. LiftTheTrucks.com, baby! Yeah! The news will feed us a mixture of salacious nonsense and political stories that scramble any possibility of understanding the open prison within which we exist. Because of the huge range of consumer goods available in modern capitalism, we naturally suppose that everything we could possibly want is available. The only problem, if there is one, is that we can't afford it. But Adorno pointed out that our real wants are carefully shielded from us by capitalist industry, so that we end up forgetting what it is we truly need and settle instead for desires manufactured for us by corporations without any interest in our true welfare. Though we think we live in a world of plenty, what we really require to thrive, namely tenderness, understanding, calm, insight, community, all these things are in painfully short supply and are utterly disconnected from the present economy. Pop music focuses relentlessly on the emotions around romantic love, suggesting that happiness can only come from meeting one very special person, rather than awakening us to the pleasures of community and of a more broadly distributed human sympathy. Emil Durkheim is the philosopher who can best help us to understand why capitalism makes us richer and yet frequently more miserable. Durkheim lived through the immense rapid transformation of France from a largely traditional agricultural society to an urban industrial economy. He could see that his country was getting richer, that capitalism was extraordinarily productive, and in certain ways that it was also liberating. But what particularly struck him and became the focus of his entire scholarly career was that the economic system was doing something very peculiar to people's minds. It was, quite literally, driving them to suicide in ever-increasing numbers. This was the immense insight unveiled in Durkheim's most important work, Suicide, published in 1897. The book chronicled a remarkable and tragic discovery, that suicide rates seem to shoot up once a nation has become industrialized and consumer capitalism takes hold. Durkheim observed that the suicide rate in the Britain of his day was double that of Italy, but in even richer and more advanced Denmark it was 4 times higher than in the UK. Durkheim's focus on suicide was intended to shed light on a more general level of unhappiness and despair in society. Suicide was the horrific tip of the iceberg of mental distress created by modern capitalism.
$4,000 on Supreme. That's not including the last $3,000 that I spent. I looked on YouTube and I'm pretty sure this is the largest Supreme haul to ever hit YouTube. Sup, bros, welcome to another Supreme unboxing. Well, actually, it's more like an unbagging because look at all the stuff that I got. We got this, we got this, we got this.
In traditional societies, people's identities are closely tied to belonging to a clan or a class. But under modern capitalism, it's the individual that now begins to choose everything: what job to take, what religion to follow, who to marry, and where to belong. If things go well, the individual takes all the credit. But if things go badly, the individual is in a crueler place than ever before. There is no one else to blame but they themselves. Failure becomes a terrible judgment upon the individual. This is the particular burden of life in modern capitalism.
Arguably one of the most iconic game day rituals in college football is Chief Osceola riding Renegade out into the middle of the field and spiking the spear. The very first time that happened was our brother, Jim Kidd, and he did that for 2 consecutive years.
One of the complaints against traditional societies, strongly voiced in Romantic literature, is that people need more freedom. Rebellious types used to complain that there were far too many social norms. Capitalism, following the earlier efforts of Romantic rebels, has relentlessly undermined social norms. Capitalism raises hopes. Everyone with effort can become the boss. Advertising stokes ambition by showing us limitless luxury that we could, if we play our cards right, secure very soon. The opportunities are said to be enormous, but so too are the possibilities for disappointment. In modern capitalism, envy grows rife. It's easy to become deeply dissatisfied with one's lot, not because it's objectively awful, but because of tormenting thoughts about all that is almost but not quite within reach. The cheery, boosterish side of capitalism attracted Durkheim's particular annoyance. In his view, modern societies struggle to admit that life just is often quite painful and sad. Our tendencies to grief and sorrow are made to look like signs of failure, rather than, as should be the case, a fair response to the arduous facts of the human condition. Countries have become more complex, more anonymous and more diverse. People don't have so much in common with one another anymore. The collective answers to even very important questions like who you should marry or how you should bring up your children have become weaker and less specific. There's a lot of reliance on the phrase, whatever works for you, which sounds friendly, but it also means that society doesn't much care what you do and doesn't feel confident it has good answers to the big questions of your life.
I think Supreme's a lot more hype. Palace is a bit more low-key, but apparently it's getting bigger.
Saying that because Supreme has more money. What is it about streetwear do you think that makes people want to pay a ridiculous amount of money for it?
Because it's not just like you're buying clothes, you're kind of like in a certain, do you know what I mean, almost culture.
Yeah, it's a culture.
Yeah,
I think it's worth it queuing up for hours and then to cop something.
Absolutely, I had such great fun. Met so many good people. Like loads of safe heads. Like everyone was friendly. Like a bit of pushing and shoving here and there. But like, yeah, that's it. The people you were, like, you'd grab onto and be like, "No, come on, man. Like, we'll go together," and like we'll drag each other in. Like, yeah, it was safe. It was safe. It was real nice.
Hey, put the gun down! Back up! Hey! Back up! Put the gun down. Hey, if you want to safely leave, I'll keep people away from you. Hey, dude, seriously, you don't want to get shot. Back the fuck up.
Emil Durkheim was a master diagnostician of our ills. He shows us that modern economies put tremendous pressures on individuals and leave them dangerously bereft of authoritative guidance and communal solace. We are all Durkheim's heirs and still have ahead of us the task that he grappled with: how we can create new ways of belonging, how we can take some of the pressure off individuals and find a more correct balance between freedom and solidarity, and how to generate ideologies that will allow us not to be so tough on ourselves for our failures and our setbacks.
That right there is what Daddy's talking about. What do you think about that? Just look at it. It's like a big old set of fake titties. Oh, I'm like a kid on Christmas morning. But with these titties, don't talk back, they don't lie. It's a beautiful thing. There it is, on steroids. We saw it off steroids. It's on steroids. What we got is a 6-inch cross country lift. We went ahead and jacked it back up 1.5 inches just to get it so it sits level. 35-inch tires. We went with the general grabbers. I wanted white letters, something different. The wheels are more or less like a moto metal. It's a negative 44 offset. The 12 by 20s. We striped it, put some new stickers on it, went all new emblems all the way around it. Did cab lights, put a new grill in the front, just shined it up real good. And it just jerks me up. I don't know about you all, but that's what I'm talking about. If you are a dude and this does not make your britches come out a little bit, you just ain't normal. But I'll tell you what, come on over here and get a shot of this side, because this is where it really shines over here. And it just jerks me up. I don't know about you all, but that's what I'm talking about. If you are a dude and this does not make your brishes come out a little bit, you just ain't normal.